From Ivory Tower Populism, this is video 9. Why income share agreements are better than tuition. Income share agreements is a higher education financing idea. An ISA is a financial structure where someone provides a fixed amount of money to a recipient who, in exchange, agrees to pay back a percentage of their income for a set number of years. The investor, in a sense, takes an equity stake in the student. Possible investors may include for-profit companies, not-for-profits, educational institutions, alumni groups, or governments. Benefits of ISAs are that they are efficient in allocating education resources. They focus those resources on future potential rather than past performance, as it should fund all economically viable plans, and they are less risky for the students, passing that risk to whoever underwrites or funds the agreement. ISAs are the ultimate performance-based funding system. But a possible argument against ISAs is that graduates are indentured to investors. A nearly identical concept is the income contingent loan. The only difference is who gets caught holding the bag in the case of a bad investment. For the income contingent loan, it is people who had nothing to do with that higher education transaction in the first place, not stakeholders, rather the unwitting taxpayers. In the case of the ISA, it is actual stakeholders, those who chose to be part of that investment, established a priori between the student, college, investor, and future employer. So how is the ISA superior to tuition? Private tuition reflects the legacy problem, a focus on the past. You know how past performance does not guarantee future results? Well, for tuition, we pretend that it does. Legacy provides a college its reputation and hence its attractiveness to potential students, and so high tuition. However, private tuition favors the past for students and their parents as well, as wealthy elites typically attended better funded secondary schools and colleges. Both situations reinforce the privileged access to resources for the elites. Financial aid, Pell Grants, and affirmative action only mask this problem. They don't transform the structural bias. This system rewards the past more than makes wise investments toward the future. And having taxpayers fund tuition charges doesn't solve this problem, it merely transfers it. And what about university admissions? Is recruitment merit-based or revenue-based? Revenue-based might focus on legacy admissions and fundraising driven by the donor class, or emphasize athletics. And remember the admissions scandal involving fraud from video 5? William Singer created a foundation promoting college counseling and preparation while brazenly paying off coaches and test monitors, faking exam scores, and fabricating student biographies to help wealthy parents cheat their children's way into the most elite universities. This illustrates the importance of legacy for parents and universities. So what is the cost of the system and what are we getting for it? Total student debt is approaching $2 trillion, all while the US suffers from a massive skills gap. More workers are needed with middle skills, jobs that require some post-secondary technical training or on-the-job learning. But while demand is growing for middle skill workers, our higher education system is producing too few graduates at this level. There are more job openings than there are degrees offered for jobs requiring less than 4 years of college, while four-year degrees are oversupplied and graduate degrees are really oversupplied. Worse still, high school seniors' proficiency scores in science, math, reading, and writing have all declined. And this report was before the pandemic, which only accelerated the decline. And allegedly, some universities are dumbing down their curricula in order to maintain their levels of enrollment, because current revenue matters more than someone else's future value. Some students are choosing the easiest classes available to get a degree, while spending fewer hours on educational activities. The emphasis at colleges may be placed on institutional facilities and amenities more than on student learning and on the economic value of degrees conferred. Research shows a drop in student learning and a 40% dropout rate at many institutions, all while colleges are investing in cutting-edge facilities that seem only vaguely related to learning, like first-class recreational facilities and elaborate dining options, as well as fancy new buildings. Clearly, a college funding system is needed that incentivizes students, universities, and employers to make the wisest investments in the future. Higher education institutions, at least public ones, should underwrite income share agreements with their own graduates. Then the question is, who will invest in those ISAs and hence fund the current operations for colleges? That will be addressed in the next video. And these are the references for this video.